Today we'll be studying about angina pectoris. Coming to its definition, angina pectoris is type of chest pain due to reduced blood supply to your heart or inadequate oxygen supply to your heart muscles. This is typically a result of imbalance between myocardial oxygen supply and myocardial oxygen demand. There are four classes of angina pectoris. In class 1, ordinary physical activity like walking, climbing stairs doesn't cause chest pain. Angina occurs when you do aggressive exercise or when you do exercise for a long time. In class 2, there is slight limitation in ordinary activity. When you walk or when you climb stairs rapidly, then you may have chest pain, or when you walk uphill, you may have chest pain. In class 3, there is marked limitation in ordinary activity. Chest pain occurs only if you walk 2 blocks, or one flight of stairs also might cause chest pain. In class 4, patient is unable to carry out any physical activity without discomfort. Now, etiology of angina pectoris. Angina is caused by obstructive atherosclerotic plaque in one or more epicardial coronary vessels. A fatty substance called plaque gets accumulated in your arteries, which blocks the flow of blood into your heart muscles. This causes the heart to work with less oxygen, which causes chest pain. You may also have blood clots in the arteries of your heart, which may also lead to heart attack. Coronary artery disease is a leading cause for angina, which is a result of buildup of atherosclerotic plaque in your epicardial vessels. The less common causes for angina include pulmonary embolism, where there is blockage in one of the major arteries of your lungs. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, which means enlarged or thickened heart. Aortic stenosis, meaning narrowing in the valve of your main part of your heart. Next, pericarditis, meaning swelling of the sac that covers your heart called pericardium. The risk factors for angina pectoris. The plaque that is formed in the arteries grow up for several decades. The rate of growth of this plaque is determined by certain risk factors like smoking, dyslipidemia, hypertension, diabetes mellitus, family history of heart disease, stress, older age. Signs and symptoms of angina pectoris. Exertional chest pain is the main presenting illness of angina. The quality of chest pain is often described as squeezing, crushing, or heaviness or lightness in the chest, also described as numbness or burning sensation in the chest. Other symptoms that may also be present during the time of ischemia would include diaphoresis, nausea, vomiting, and dyspnea. Diagnosis of angina pectoris. One is exercise tolerance test. Here we see how well your heart behaves during exercise. The changes can be observed in ECG during exercise stress test. It sees how your blood pressure or the pulse changes during the exercise. This test is considered positive when one or more cardiac leads shows ST depression of 1 mm or greater. Next, coronary angiography. This test is considered most useful in diagnosis of angina pectoris. In this procedure, a hollow tube called catheter is passed through an arteries and moves up to your heart. The X-ray images helps the doctor to position where catheter is, and it detects the blockage in the coronary arteries which is formed due to plaque. There are certain biomarkers like BNP, anti-pro-terminal BNP, which help us in diagnosis of angina pectoris. With this, I have completed first part on angina pectoris. My second part will be on pathophysiology of angina pectoris. Thank you.